YouTube, we're back today with another video. Today I'm just going to do just a pulled pork. I bought some Boston pork butts from a local grocer. They had them on sale last week, and cut them up. And I think I'll have to look at it again. I think it's a 6 or 7 pound boneless Boston butt that I'm going to make a pulled pork out of it. I'm also going to experiment with a dessert. You know, I like having something sweet after dinner, and I'm looking at these ideas with tarts. So I've sort of kind of been playing in my head and come up with an idea for a tart. And before I go out and buy all the tart tins and everything, I actually bought some pre-made from the grocery store that have got like a graham cracker crust on them. So I've decided on some fillings, and we're going to experiment with that today. So hopefully it turns out. If not, I'll let you know. But I think it'll work. We'll bring you back here shortly, YouTube. Alright, YouTube, we're back. I'm hoping that I got my camera figured out here. Everything's looking good so far, but so did yesterday's video. But as the day went on, it got worse and worse, so I'm hoping I got it figured out. So it wasn't the bigger of the boneless pork butts. This one was only 3 pounds, which is fine. It's just the wife and I. So I did do some trimming off camera. It just had some pretty thick fat cap on the bottom, and I didn't want to remove it all. So I'm still going for the flavor here, but you know, I did want to get rid of some of that hard fat that I just didn't think would break down. So all we're going to do is just put some mustard on there as my binder. Anybody thinking, oh my God, mustard? You don't taste it. You really don't, which really surprised me. To be honest with you, I sort of kind of thought the same thing at first. It's like, wow, mustard? But when it smokes and it cooks down, you don't taste that mustard at all, which was rather surprising. Alright, YouTube, we are back. So I'm using 2 rubs today. First being Chicken Fried Barbecue's Texas Rib Grind. This is my go-to base coat seasoning anymore. Even a top coat, if you're trying to establish a nice bark on your meat, this stuff is out of this world. And no, I don't get paid by Mr. Bill Purvis to say that. That is my honest opinion. It's good stuff. So we're just going to season it right up here on this rack. Then I'm going to put in my Smoke Daddy Pellet Pro 2300 again today. Just pat it in. Hope you don't lose everything as you move the meat around from side to side. Don't be afraid to use it. Stuff smells good. This has got a really nice peppery taste to it. I absolutely love this stuff. Then I'm going to come and top coat it with Meat Church's honey bacon barbecue. This is another good one. This is a good barbecue seasoning. I really like it. Same thing, pat it in. Don't be afraid to use it. Alright YouTube, you get the idea. I'm going to finish this up, we'll bring you back. Alright YouTube, we are back. As you can see, I've got the Pellet Pro, Smoke Daddy's Pellet Pro 2300 going. It's right now holding at 271 degrees. There's our pork butt. So we're just going to put it in here, let it rock and roll for a little while. We'll check on it in a little bit and give it a turn, and we'll bring you back then. Alright YouTube, we are back. Say I pulled it off, it's about 2 hours and 2.5 hours at 270, 275, and it looks great. I think that I think I'm happy right here where it's at right now. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it, do the dead broke barbecue method here, what I call dead broke, and get them in there. We'll put just a little bit of apple juice in here. It is going to make its own juice at this point. I really don't think there's any need to add anything else on here at this point. When I go to shred it, I'll go ahead and probably sprinkle it down some more with a little bit of seasoning. We'll play it by ear. Alright YouTube, so here comes the experiment. So what I didn't show you is that I took these Keebler Ready Crust graham crust, and I sprayed them down with a butter, and then I put them on a smoker for about 20 minutes alongside of the pork, the Boston butt that's being cooked right now. So, you know, like I said, this is just something that I saw, and I sort of kind of have a curiosity about it. So we will definitely give it a shot here. This is a cream cheese spread. I'm probably going to wish it was a little bit warmer. I'm just going to spread it in there and do it without destroying these crusts. Maybe the baking of the crust may not have been the best idea, because they seem like they're a little more fragile now than they were. I think I'm going to try and bring that cream cheese spread up around the edges a little bit more. And I did loosen these things. There you go. First casualty. I knew it was going to happen. Alright YouTube, we are back now for step 2. And I'm not going to lie to you, when I opened this jar, I did scrape off some of them seeds from the top of this thing. This stuff is no joke. This is a Mary's Kitchen. It's actually Amish jelly, hot pepper jelly, and see, it's sugar, jalapeno peppers, vinegar, natural Dutch gel. But I did scrape off some of them seeds off the top because it's fire. Same thing, just sort of kind of spreading them on out. Trying to get it around the edges some more. One. Alright, YouTube, we're bringing you back. So, as you can see, that jelly sort of kind of got a little less seedy as you went down towards the bottom. So the next thing I'm going to do is slice up some banana. Bananas are not the ripest. Oh. But they'll work. Alright, YouTube, we are back. So for the next step, I'm hoping I warmed up this caramel enough. This is a salted caramel. The object was just to have it drizzle over the top. Ain't working too bad. We will bring you back, YouTube. Alright, YouTube. We're back. I think that's the best looking one. Now we're going to come back with some pecan chips. Just put these over the top. I think I said that caramel was a salted caramel. Alright, YouTube, there you have it. A graham cracker crust, cream cheese spread, jalapeno pepper jelly, banana, salted caramel, pecan chips, with a little dusting of a confectionery sugar on top. Don't know that you'll be eating a whole bunch of these, but like I said, I just enjoy something sweet after dinner. Alright YouTube, we are out of the Pellet Pro. She is, I'd have to say, pretty damn tender. I pulled it off. It's going at 205 right now, 206. About 206. Alright YouTube, she's been cooling. Let's start pulling. That bark is ridiculous on this thing. Alright YouTube, we are back. Got it shredded up. I'm going to add a little bit of this juice from the cook that I had strained off. Excellent, excellent seasoning, or flavor rather. And I'm going to add a little bit more of this meat church. Let this sit for a minute and soak it in. Alright YouTube, there you have it. Pulled pork, deviled eggs with shrimp. This one here, the wife made these for me, the deviled eggs, while I was doing all the other stuff here. But this one's got stone ground mustard and mayonnaise and whatever else she puts in them, and this one's got horseradish, mayonnaise, and yellow mustard in it. And then of course you have our tarts that are graham cracker crust, cream cheese, jalapeno jelly, bananas, salted caramel, and pecans. YouTube, this has been a full one. We'll bring you back. Alright YouTube, what should I start with first? I'm not going to eat everything, that's for sure. But let's take a bite of this pulled pork. I'm real happy with this pulled pork. Lots of bark. I don't know if you can see the smoke ring on this thing or not, but got a really nice smoke ring. Maybe this one will show you a little bit more, but beautiful smoke ring. On a Kaiser roll. What can I say? Absolutely fantastic. That is excellent. I'm trying to decide how I want to tackle these deviled eggs here that Mrs. Sleeper had made. I did the shrimp, but she got the deviled eggs from me. She does a good deviled egg. That's the stone ground mustard. And they do have Old Bay sprinkled on top of them. And that's definitely the horseradish. And then last but not least, shoveling things down. If I can get it out of here. My tart. If I can take a bite of this thing or not. Sure, it's gonna make a mess. Oh my God. That, my friends, is out of this world. God dang, that is excellent. Probably been a little better if I used a fork instead of trying to be a pig. YouTube, that's it. We'll bring you back for the recap. Alright YouTube, we are back. Where do I start? First off, I'd like to tell you, those little tart things were out of this world. That was something totally different to me, and extremely good. It was just really, really good. That graham cracker crust, lightly smoked, only about 20 minutes on the Pellet Pro. But I sprayed them down with some butter first before putting them in the Pellet Pro to get a little smoke on them. It was just something suggested actually at the back of the package, butter them and put them in the oven at 350. So I didn't do that. I don't have an oven out here, so I used my Pellet Pro. And like I say, it was 15-20 minutes max. The crust was starting to blister a little bit, so I pulled them out. Cream cheese spread, jalapeno jelly. What else was it? Jalapeno jelly, sliced bananas, salted caramel, chipped pecans, and a little bit of confectionery sugar on top of them, which I sort of lost as they sat in the refrigerator waiting for me. So I should have done that last, but I was just trying to get everything done because I know I still had other stuff to do, like steamed shrimp, peeled shrimp. The wife did make the eggs for me, which I appreciate, and all I had to do was just get the shrimp cleaned up, steam cleaned up, and put on there, and just sprinkle some Old Bay on them. And then the pulled pork. That was very good. My only complaint to it would be it needed some more smoke. I don't think I covered it too early. You know, I could have went a little bit longer, but I covered it at 2 hours and 15 minutes, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, something in that neighborhood. And I was at that point 140s, I think it was. And and everything was dry, had a nice bark on it. I just wanted to get it covered up because I knew I had to take it up for a little bit. And temperature-wise, I think you saw, I think it was 204, 206 degrees. Wanted to make sure, you know, that it would pull nice. Very nice. I just got lucky at first. I thought I picked out the wrong ham because I saved one. I bought 4 8-pound Boston butts. They were on sale, and I cut them up. And left out a couple small pulled pork because I knew I wanted to do the, small portions of the Boston butt because I knew I wanted to do pork butt. But there was one in there that I was saving because I wanted to grind it up in the sausage. That everything else is like they're already cut out to 6 pounds, I think it was. So I had, one extra, so that way once I cook them, or grind them rather, lose the bone, roughly about a pound, I'll have 5-pound mixtures is what I'm thinking anyway. But I tell you what, that little Boston butt I cooked, it couldn't have been trimmed better. The money muscle was there. I had my the tubes that were in there, which made mostly darker meat, long strands. Very good, very good, very good. That was seasoned, base coat. Unless something else comes along really good. Excuse me. This chicken fried barbecue Texas rib grind is the schnizzle. This stuff is great. I'll use it for just about everything as a base coat, but just to finish with it too. This is some great stuff. It's about the 3rd time I've used this Meat Church honey bacon barbecue. I probably should have went a little heavier with it, believe it or not. You could taste it, but it just didn't jump out. Bill's Texas rib grind stood out more than anything. And I thought I put that honey bacon barbecue rub on pretty heavy, but on a Kaiser roll, I did use Blue Hog's raspberry chipotle. Probably wish I hadn't done that. I should have picked a different barbecue sauce, but as you saw, I just took and strained the juices from the cook and I poured them back over the meat after it was poured, and I even added more of that Meat Church in there at that time. We don't barbecue the meat as it's in a container. Put on your sandwich, warm up some barbecue sauce, and put it on your pulled pork at that time, beef, whatever you're eating. That's just how we do it. Instead of putting everything on the meat, and then, like in this case, we both like the Blue Hog's raspberry chipotle, but she likes that. I can't remember what it's called now. Well, anyhow, different sauces than I do. So, YouTube, this was a great cook, long cook, well earned. I'm fat and happy. My belly is full. This is Lance from St. Mary's County, Maryland, Sleeper Barbecue. YouTube, thanks for watching. As always, if you would please, if you like what you see, give me that thumbs up, and push that subscribe button. It would be greatly appreciated. That's about it. Sleeper Barbecue out. We'll see you next time.